Let's look at a couple problems where we're trying to solve equations that have logarithms. So the instructions will be solve. Okay? And I'm going to guide you through the ideas here without showing you all the steps. Okay, so the first equation will be log base 5 of x plus 1 equals 2 plus log base 5 of x minus 1. Okay, so we've got kind of on the right side of this equation, we've got some stuff mixed up. We've got a non-log and we've got a log. We don't like that. That's not very easy to work with. So what we'd like to do is get rid of this log on the right side, and by doing that, if we get rid of it over here, it's going to end up on the left side. So use your algebra to get rid of the log base 5 of x minus 1 on the right. And the way you'll do that is by subtracting it from both sides. Okay? So on the left side, you're going to have the existing log base 5, and then you're going to have the other log base 5 over here, and on the right side, you're going to have the 2. Okay, and then you need to know what operation goes between the two log base 5s. Sorry for my sloppiness there. Now, a very important part, if you want to undo log base 5, you can only undo a single log base 5. So what you need to do before you try to undo the logs is to combine these into a single log. Okay, so you have to use your log laws to do that. So after you combine them, you're going to have a single log base 5 of something equals 2. Alright? So the goal here is to try to put the logs together so we can get rid of them. Once you've got a single log, then you need to undo log base 5. So how do you undo a log base 5? You should know that. So whatever you do to undo it on the left, to keep the equation balanced, you have to do the exact same thing on the right. Make sure to write this out properly. Make sure it looks right. Okay? So once your log base 5 is gone, all you're left with is what's in the parentheses equals something on the right side. And then you can finish solving for x. There's no logs anymore, so you can use basic algebra to get x by itself. And so you're going to get your final answer here. And then just make sure that whatever you get for x, check that there may be more than one value. Check back in your original equation to make sure that it works for both of your arguments. You can only take logs of positive numbers. So when you plug the x value into both of those arguments, make sure the arguments are both positive. If one of them is not, then that answer will not work. Okay? So pause the video and make sure you work through that problem. Problem 2 is log base 4 of x plus 2 plus log base 4 of 3 equals log base 4 of 5 plus log base 4 of 2x minus 3. Now you'll notice on both sides, on the left side I've got 2 logs and on the right side I've got 2 logs. I've only got logs with logs, so that's a good thing. So we don't have to move all the logs to the same side. Instead, we can just combine these two logarithms into a single log, and we can combine these two logarithms into a single log. So each side has a single log with nothing else. Okay? Once you've done that, now you can undo the log base 4. So do whatever you need to on the left side to undo the log base 4. But when you do that on the left side, you have to do it on the right side, which is good news because it will also cancel our other log base 4. So all that will be left is what's in the parentheses on both sides. Then you can use basic algebra because there's no more logs. You can just use basic algebra to get x by itself. Okay? And once you've done that again, check whatever you get for x in your arguments to make sure that all the arguments are positive. Okay, so make sure you work both of these problems completely out with my guidance, then come back and see if you got the right answers. The answer to the first problem is 13/12. Okay, so if you got that right, very nice. If you didn't, go back, work through the video again, and see if you can identify your mistake. The second problem, the answer is x equals 3. Okay, so again, if you got it correct, very nice job. If you didn't, backtrack through the video, see if you can identify your mistake. So again, the first answer is 13/12, and the second answer is 3.